Morning Thailand supported by สีไทย Superwear.
And welcome back to Morning Thailand. You still with us, Tulip and Golf, and also Kun Chain. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ สวัสดีครับ
And on this last break, what we will discuss today, Internal Security Act.
Yeah.
Yes, we will talk how it threatens the democracy and human rights in this
And
country.
how it will affect your everyday life.
Yeah, that would be the human rights of ours. Like, you can't go into the area. I'm sorry.
All right. I think that one of the reasons that, in my opinion, that this Internal Security Act should be in place is that the protest is too close to the Majesty the Queen.
Right.
Oh.
Because her birthday is on the 12th, and
Yes.
usually we celebrate at Sanam Luang,
Yes.
and also on the 13th.
Candlelight ceremony and
Yes,
all
and
the street
singing.
light.
Oh, so
and
not
singing.
like close in terms of physically closer to her
It's close
Majesty
to
the
the
Queen,
important
but
date.
it's close to
The day is too
okay.
close. And as well on the 13th, it usually there's a celebration inside the palace.
But this year, Their Majesty gonna travel to
Hua Hin.
palace in Hua Hin, so it might be a bit different. Who knows? But maybe that's why the government has come out and said they think that the protest won't be so long because there will be celebration on August 12th.
Yeah, Mother's Day.
They believe that it will end before Mother's Day.
You got to go back and see your mother.
All right. In our country, there are 3 types of law and regulations
Right.
to deal with social unrest.
Okay.
The first one is a martial law, which is the imposition of military rule
Yeah.
by military authority over the targeted regions on emergency basis, such as the protest, unrest, or the violent insurgency in the south.
Right.
And the second one is emergency decree, which is quite similar to the martial law, but this one is issued by the government.
Okay.
The third one is the one we are facing right now. It is the Internal Security Act that would establish the Internal Security Operation Commission, or KORMN in Thai.
ISOC.
ISOC, yes.
So they have to, if they use the ISA, they have to set up the committee, which they say they will formally announce about it. I think today, 11 a.m. or something.
Well, if they're gonna
Yes.
use it, like starting now.
So wait, if they're gonna use martial law or emergency decree, they don't need to set up the committee or.
No, they don't.
That's
Okay.
pretty much the country.
The
in
ISOC would be
emergency.
given exceptional power to respond to potential threats to national security by restricting fundamental rights and overriding civilian administration.
Okay.
And the parliament and the court are given no role in debating,
Oh.
reviewing, or approving the use of these emergency style powers.
Oh.
So,
So that is sound like the most extreme one among 3, the ISA.
I think the
Not
other 2 is even worse because you don't even have a committee.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would
That's
say
pretty much a
if,
coup.
if we look at the compensation issue
Right.
of these 3 laws, the ISA is actually the best one.
Okay.
Because it stated that if internal security, the ISOC operation causes damage to anyone, the officers responsible to that particular action must compensate.
So that's mean the one that คุณอภิสิทธิ์เวชชาชีวะ and คุณสุเทพ
คุณสุเทพ
เทือกสุบรรณ is facing right now
Yes.
is referring to that because we used it before, right? During Black May.
So.
But for the martial law, nothing can be claimed.
Oh.
As it is the operation
Yeah, it's
for
your
the
own
whole
loss.
security of the country, and the military has all responsibility to act to protect the country from domestic and foreign threats.
Hence the martial
So
part.
who's actually has authority to decide which one to be used?
I would say for the martial law, it is for the military to decide.
Solely by military.
Solely.
Okay. And how about emergency
The
decree?
other 2 is for the government to decide.
So they can pick either emergency decree or ISA.
That's why the emergency, I think we use it down south, right?
Right.
Yes.
In the southern, like the.
As well as the emergency decree.
Okay.
Okay. So we can actually say that ISA is the least human right violation
Out of the
among
3.
Yes, and I think it is the best one if we look at the accountability.
Okay.
All right.
So,
But
so
what-
when they
yeah.
have curfew going on, normally what is that attached to?
Marshall, I think.
I think the martial and the emergency
Emergency.
decree.
Okay.
Because down south, when they have the emergency law in place, there's a curfew in place as well. So I think that look at both. Now, Kun Chen, I was just wondering, during this time, the 10 days period, is there any regulations that we should know of? Not to go into those areas?
What not to do?
What not? I think is the banning political assemblies of more than 5 people.
Oh, it's 5 now? I remember it used to be 10.
More than what?
5 people.
Like we cannot gather
gather.
like 5 of us and talk about politics.
So I
Can we
believe that
talk about
the red shirts that are
something else?
camping in front of the parliament should be returning home by now.
So they cannot
Okay.
talk about politics if they gather in front. What if? But they're allowed to talk about anything else, so they can just
Yeah.
sing a song and.
No,
Or
that-
just like refrain from any gathering whatsoever.
from that particular area.
Oh, so in those area. But how would that work? Because this is the first already. We know that there is a camping of red shirt groups already around the government house or the parliament house.
It is in effect today. It's in effect as of today for the Internal Security Act. So if they gather before that, it's okay. It's still permitted by law. But as of today, it's not.
No more?
No more.
That's-
By ISA.
That's just weird.
Confusing.
Well, because I think that if you put it in place
Do they
from
have
the
to-
1st to the 10th, then you should not be able to do it at all.
I
during
thought
this
that
period.
will be only during the martial law that they cannot do the political gathering.
I think for the detail, they did not closure it yet.
So we have to wait for the
Because
August
there's-
2nd.
But
Okay.
Yeah.
for
All right.
the usual operation, there would be the ban of more than 5 people gathering.
Okay, more than 5 people gathering.
So if you have a big family, you just have to cut your family in half and not traveling together.
In the past, in
Right.
the cruel
Closing up very
April
quickly.
in 2010, Kun Apisit and Kun Suthep government has been using the emergency decree,
Uh-huh.
and the union has passed for already 2 years,
Right.
and they are still facing the prosecution.
So
Right.
interestingly enough, they decided to use it again, even though they've seen the example. That's still not
It's
concluded.
still under the court proceeding. Anyway, that's all the time we have. This is such a very complex issue, actually.
Yeah.
And we will hear more about it from our government, what they want to do with the
Tomorrow.
ISA tomorrow. Anyway, that's all the time we have for you. Check out us on the YouTube channel, Morning Thailand YouTube channel, or go to facebook.com/morningthailand or email us morningthailandshow@gmail.com. We also have Instagram and Twitter.
Right.
Tweet us, Morning TH Show. And until we see you guys again tomorrow,
Wait.
6 a.m. sharp.
Let me thank you, our sponsor
Oh,
first.
thanks our sponsor.
Yeah, see Thai Superwear. Thank you very much for sponsoring us. And of course, continue.
And that's all the time we have for you until we see you guys again tomorrow, 6 a.m. sharp, live. I am Tulip.
I'm Golf.
Shane.
สวัสดีค่ะ